Some people, several people in fact, have asked me how I stay off social media. And because there seemed to be some interest in that, I decided I would answer it. It's hard to ramble about something that is absent from your life, and something that I don't participate in too much, and that I didn't really ever struggle with much. So that's why I hesitated to talk about this at first. I'm like, what do I have to say? But today I thought about it a little bit and decided I did have a few things to say. So that's what I am going to say tonight. I guess we'll break this up into 4 different parts, is kind of how it has panned out in my head. Gonna talk about my history with social media, then talk about the feeling of social media, and then talk about people I know and people I don't know. So, I did have Facebook / do technically have a Facebook, but I haven't logged in. I'm not kidding, probably in 7 years or more, and probably have not been logged in consistently for like 9 years. I got Facebook in 2011. Yeah, and then just started to find it really uninteresting at one point and got off, I don't know, in like 2017, 2018. I have also briefly had Instagram. I probably got it in 2015. And it was interesting at first, and then it started giving me ads, giving me people I didn't know, and it was no longer fun at all for me. I was never that active on it anyway. I probably at most had like 30 photos ever on there. And then, I just totally lost interest in it when the algorithm changed, and so I haven't been on it since like 2020, and it's been deactivated for a very long time now. Then, of course, I'm on YouTube. I started this channel in 2018 because I was watching ASMR. I like ASMR, and I wanted to create my own ASMR. So I started this channel. I still do watch ASMR, and sometimes I'll watch some tarot videos on YouTube, not sometimes readings that aren't ASMR, but usually like videos from tarot readers just about the art of reading tarot. And then I'll also watch the occasional video essay about culture or movies. When it comes to ASMR itself, I'm really intentional about who I watch. I tend to like slower channels that feel like spending time with real people, and channels videos where it's more about the person and their life and their genuine interests than products or trends. Have never had TikTok ever. Ever. Occasionally my sister will send me a TikTok and I'll watch it, and occasionally I'll click on a TikTok from one of the newsletters I read, like After School, which is about Gen Z and Gen Alpha data and lifestyle, I guess, and Garbage Day, a newsletter that is about the state of the internet as a whole. So naturally, both those newsletters will link to TikTok here and there, and sometimes I'll click on those. But that's about the extent of my involvement with social media. This doesn't count as social media, right? But I don't have like Goodreads, I don't have Letterboxd. I had MySpace way back in the day. But that was another era entirely. So, did you find that as boring as I did? I just thought that I should give you some context for how online I am, because I'll say I'm not on social media at all, and I'm really not, but then I'm also here with you, so that's what's up. Okay, the feeling of social media, how social media feels. So people were asking me, how do you stay off social media? Like, it's hard, and I think it is hard for a lot of people. And my answer is just that I don't like how it feels to be any more involved than I am on these platforms. The answer is that I pay attention to how it feels, and if I reach a point where I don't like the feeling of it, then I get off. So if you just pay attention to how it feels, I think you'll find that you don't like the feeling much at all. Right? Like, sometimes the feeling is sadness. Sometimes the feeling is envy. Sometimes the feeling is overwhelm, overstimulation. Sometimes the feeling is nostalgia, or manufactured nostalgia that isn't even your own. Platforms are designed to invite comparison, to invite envy. That's part of how they function. And it's natural to compare yourself to what you see on social media, but just pay attention to how that feels. Does it motivate you? Does it inspire you in a way that feels grounded, sustainable, and positive? Or the opposite? When I spend too much time, or when I did spend too much time on social media, when I hit that place where I was like, I'm not getting anything from this that is good for me. To me it felt like, overwhelm, overstimulation. I didn't feel embodied, and it warped time for me in a way that didn't feel good. It wasn't enjoyable. And the things that I had gone on social media to find, like connection, like feels, you won't want to be on it so much anymore. And you won't have to make any hard or fast rules. You won't have to exert a lot of effort and willpower trying to stay off. If you pay attention, you won't have to make rules. You just won't want to be there. Likewise, if you pay attention to how other activities feel, how other actions and acts feel, things you do in life, things you enjoy, things in the real world, reading, gardening, being with friends, taking walks, reading the newspaper, doing crafts, cooking, singing, dancing, doing yoga, going rock climbing, making little movies or videos on your phone, taking photos, like whatever. If you pay attention to how those things feel, and then also pay attention to how social media feels, the gulf is great, right? The difference is huge. And yeah, just that attention paid to how you feel as you move through your day will make the transition easy. Will make it easy, easy, easy. You'll want to do more of what feels exciting, centering, grounding, enjoyable, and less of what feels disconnected, overwhelming, overstimulating, distracting, scattered. You just naturally will want it less. Okay, moving on to people I know. Sometimes people are on social media to keep tabs on people they know. In a positive way even, like you just want to know what people are up to. I personally, just speaking about myself, I just find it so boring. I have very, very, very little interest in keeping tabs on everyone I've ever met. Why? For what? To what end? Big things and small things. Big things like babies and marriage and vacations and promotions, and small things like baking cookies or having a cute outfit or whatever. I honestly don't know what people post anymore, or like a joke, a cool thing, a hot take. They do nothing for me. I have no interest in knowing what everyone else is doing, because it comes to me through social media, through this disperse wide channel. It does not feel like connection to me. It does not feel like community. It feels like the opposite. Likewise, likewise, likewise. Likewise, I am uninterested, very uninterested in supplying everyone I've ever met with updates on my life. For what? To what end? Truly, for what? It doesn't feel like connection. For validation, sure, but that's not really my game. When things happen in my life, big or small, I make sure that the people I care about know about it. A random photo, a random text, picking up the phone, is just to send it to them directly. Text them the photo, text them the joke, send it to them directly. It creates actual connection. And it also says, this made me think of you. I thought of you. Yeah. Yeah. The people I care about, I want to have ongoing conversations with them. I think that's where the good stuff happens, and the social media is not a place for that. It's contextless and impersonal. So, I'm not interested. Okay, and then the final section is people I don't know. People I don't know on social media. There's also this feeling of needing to be on social media sometimes to keep up with things, trends, or to be in the know. Another way in which social media is, I would say, harmful is the pace at which it develops. Everything's on hyperspeed, so there are these trends that are developed and that snowball and then just as quickly are replaced by other trends. And it's all an illusion that's produced by the algorithm, not even necessarily on purpose, but it's a symptom of the nature of the algorithm that all of the sudden on TikTok say everyone appears to be talking about this new thing, this new trend, this new outlook, and there's this perceived ubiquity of it. It's only perceived, though it's just perception, because the influence of the people you're seeing, real people, influencers, streamers, whoever, the influence of that cohort as you see them all talking about the same thing, X, the same object, the same trend, the same outlook, that influence is manufactured, it's outsized. It appears that everyone's talking about it. It appears that everyone has this thing. It appears that the trend is ubiquitous because the platform is hyper-connected and the people who are talking about these things on the platform are hyper-visible. Especially when they're popular, they're hyper-visible. So it distorts your perception of what is important, even I want to say. It also results in so much sameness, so much sameness. For the life of me, I don't know why you would want to think the way So I just think looking to social media to provide you with information about what's cool is not it. It's so flattened. It's so deadened. Finding out what you like and what you want to bring into your life and cultivate by yourself, not through receiving things from social media. That's what makes people interesting. Deciding for yourself, paying attention to your own likes and dislikes, paying attention to your own needs. So I also don't find social media helpful in that respect. This was definitely a ramble, but I hope you found something in here that was helpful to you. Again, it's a little hard to talk about something that I just don't engage with much, but this is how I feel about it, which, TLDR is just, I feel better, I feel more grounded, I feel more stable and happy when I spend less time on social media. I feel worse, I feel disembodied, I feel lethargic, I feel more insecure when I spend more time on social media. And that's just it. And once you know that, it's easy to adjust. It's easy to make a change. Because once you start paying attention to how you feel, you will always feel it. You will always feel it. And it will be easy to turn away from. Again, not because you made some hard and fast rule, but because you would rather spend your time